Good morning. Yep, this time I have to walk into the camera because I realized when I am able to see what I do on my camera, everything is mirrored. And that's not particularly good when I got things on here that I'd like you to be able to read. Fenbendazole, for instance. This little video is just to show you how I'm handling traveling and keeping on to my Fenbendazole/ivermectin protocol, because that has proven to be a hassle on several of my trips. And the latest trips, I was proud that I was able to maintain a 50% protocol, meaning I got one of the two times a day my Fenbendazole. But that's not good enough. I wanted to be able to do it full time. And the reason why it doesn't happen is because while I might be able to arrange for it in the morning, or I might be in the hotel and prepare my things, get my ivermectin, and then know within a 30 minutes time span I'll get my dinner or my lunch or whatever, then 2 meals a day has just been impossible, because I have to bring my backpack with me at all times for that to happen, and I do not bring that with me at all times. That's obnoxious. So I wanted a solution that could fit in a fanny pack, and this is what I bring with me on my traveling, basically to do it. If we just quickly run over it, then I got my shot glass where I mix my things in and drink it. I've got my pill crusher. I got my Fenben Lab huge container, and right now there's only this much left in it, but it was initially only about half full. Then I got my DMSO glass bottle to mix in with the Fenben, and I've got my pomegranate. Pomegranate has been proven through several studies to be very good for prostate cancer. And but just drinking it, delicious, absolutely. I love it so much. Very, very sweet, especially if you're on a carnivore diet where your taste buds gets really, really sharp. But if I'm at home, I use half of this for one go. But if I'm out and about, I use the whole of it, because then I can just discard the container and I have less in my fanny pack. But this is what I have, and then I got my stirring pin. And I've got my 6 and 12 milligrams of ivermectin, because I use 18 milligrams per setting. And then I've got this very tiny 222 milligram spoon. All right, so obviously this is too much for me to have in a fanny pack. So I had to figure out how to solve that. I did that by taking this one out of the equation and instead having this little container here that I could bring the powder. So at this point we're now at something that actually fits in a fanny pack, but it was still way too cumbersome. So what I tried to do was to reduce this, not much really, but what I did was I just took my 2 pills and put them in here, so I didn't have to fiddle with that in a restaurant. But it was a very fiddly with this little one here. And the powder, when I had in this one here, would flow around, and I felt like I have a minute loss on it, but I did have a loss on it. And this one here is just too clinky clunky in my pocket. So I decided to change that up. And I've done that by taking a 10 millimeter dropper bottle and then pour some of that in here, because in here I've got plenty enough for several days. So now the setup looks like this. But still, gotta bring all these things with me here. I did not like it. So when I got home, I reduced it by taking this little bottle here and replacing it, this one here, so it looks like this. Then I crushed my pills before I go home, so I don't need my pill crusher. Then I only got this one here. Then I poured in the 222 times 4, 888 milligrams of Fenbendazole in my glass. Then I'll reduce that. And as such, I don't need my measuring spoon anymore. I need something to stir with, and I need my DMSO, and I need something to dilute it with and to be able to drink it, because it really tastes awfully. So as it is right now, this is what I got. And this is so much better, because this one here, I had to stir it very thoroughly and then pour a little bit of pomegranate juice into it, and then drinking, and then it was never enough, and then another time, and then another time, and 4 or 5 times before I got all the medicine out of it. This one here, I'll just give it a very thorough shake, and literally in one go, I'll have 98% of all of it. Might take a little bit more pomegranate in it, give it another shake and take that down, and it's done. Easy. I don't have to fiddle with it, and now I can bring it with me at all times. And this one here, once I'm done, I'll just throw it away, and the rest of the day, or the rest of the day, all I'm left with is this. Very easy. And if I know I'm going out the whole day and I'll need 2 portions, I'll just bring 2 of these containers ready-made, and I'll be bringing 2 of these, obviously 2, because you cannot bring an opened pomegranate juice in your fanny pack, so you have to have another container for that. So you have to have a second one, sorry. So this is how it is now reduced to be in my travel kit, and that works. Now it took me a few trips to figure out how to do it, so although it is very simple, and I suppose most people can think of that themselves, this is just to give you a little shortcut to make your life easier if you are in the same situation as I am. There's no reason to invent the deep plate all the time. So until next time, as always, stay healthy.